right, welcome back to the Attack the Rack YouTube channel. This is the Attack the Rack podcast. We are back after about 2 week break. Um, these guys had a nice spring break, a little break from their side hustles. I spent a good 10 days in London, England. Guys, how was your spring breaks?
Pretty uneventful, but it was a good week to not be at my job. So
Yeah, it's always nice not have to work.
yeah,
You put in
yep,
all that time and energy and hard work, and it's nice to get a little break from it. As
that's right.
much as you love your job, it's still nice to get a break.
Sure is. Yeah. So it was all right. Didn't do a whole lot, but it was good.
Yeah, nope. None of us were in Europe there, Kurt. So
Nor a tropical climate.
no, nor tropical, unless you call my living room with the heat on tropical.
Well, you probably got some good hot tub sessions in.
I did get a couple good hot tub sessions in. So
There we go.
again, tropical as it got.
All right. Well, real quick, we'll get into the Masters here real quick. I know it's old news now, but this is the first time we've been back since the end of March Madness. Florida national champions, Big Mo. This is the first time I had brought this up to you, knowing that I wasn't sure how you were gonna feel. Hopefully now you've had enough time to get over it. Big Mo had a huge opportunity to win a lot of money in our pool. Had Houston won. Big Mo, why don't you take us through that final possession, how you were feeling and how you were feeling after the game?
Oh well, I I would say I didn't mind Florida winning besides losing the money. So
It was a lot of money. It was a lot of money.
it would have been nice to have that in my back pocket. Um,
Mhm.
But I think once they blew that 13, 12 point lead, I was like, it is what it is. I was a little disappointed they didn't get a shot off.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I'm saying.
Um, at least in the
and and it was that ugly like I'm gonna shoot it. Oh no, I'm not.
yeah,
Like,
like
and they think it's like they do it so often that they never think it's a travel. But
yeah,
every time they do it, you get called for a travel.
yes.
But,
And it
yeah,
probably should have been. I don't remember exactly now, but
it was like the shot, and
I
then
think
And he
threw it.
dropped. Yeah.
the game was so late it
Yeah.
didn't matter because I was like, I'm ready for bed anyway. Now, why are we playing this thing at 9 o'clock at night on a Sunday,
Monday.
Monday, whatever day it
Well,
was?
and if you were I was in London, it was 2 a.m. when the game tipped. I didn't watch a second of the game.
Well, you said they don't even play it over there, do they?
No, no, it's not. It's not even on any
No.
regular TV there. So
So, no, disappointing that Houston didn't pull it off because that would have been a nice victory. But um, Clayton, I mean, he just hit some big shots. He didn't play great in that finals, but he hit the big shots when he needed to. Um, and Houston, as hard as they play, because they play extremely hard, very suspect on the offensive end.
yeah.
I thought, without knowing much about them, I thought they were I thought they were better offensively. I knew could defend and they got after it the physicality wise, but sometimes they just waste a lot of possessions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um, yeah, two teams though, Big Mo, that you were kind of high on most of the season, or at least the second part of the season, Florida and Rutgers. So, um,
Houston.
or yeah, sorry, Houston, not Rutgers. And then Big Mo, before you logged on, before we started here, I was talking to Trent a little bit about spring break. Trent mentioned being able to watch the Masters. The second half of your spring break was taken up by the Masters. What a crazy tournament.
Yeah, it was a good tournament. I'm surprised Rory regrouped after missing the 3.5 footer, 4 footer to win it on 18. But yeah, I don't know. I thought the coverage was very poor as well.
Well, you bring up the coverage. I don't know if you guys saw this. This kind of was going around some of the terms that the announcers were not allowed to use are not allowed to use at the Masters?
Oh, they have a list?
Yeah, I'll go through that list here in a second, but first, Trent, what was your beef?
Well, they don't. First of all, they don't show enough golf. Like people are there to watch golf, and they don't show enough golf shots. They show like on the cable TV. Like if you're watching on the Masters app, you get the featured groups or whatever, so you can watch two guys pretty much the whole round. Which okay, fair. But if you turn on cable, all they're showing is like whoever's winning, and then they show, oh, this guy just made a putt on this hole. So it's like you weren't getting to watch other golfers play
Wow.
full holes.
Okay.
Like on the final day, all you saw was Rory and DeChambeau because they were the final group. DeChambeau starts to tank a little bit, so he loses coverage. So they only show Rory, and
Yeah.
then they would show Justin Rose shots after the fact. Like they wouldn't show a full hole of Justin Rose making a comeback. It was just like, oh, here's a 15-foot for birdie for Rose, and then of course they're showing it, so you know it goes in. So it's just a lot of that. So they didn't like a lot of guys didn't get any TV time at all.
Yeah.
And then you feel for my assumption is like the live guys don't get any TV time purposefully because they don't want them on TV. So like Bryson makes a huge run on like Friday maybe. And I don't know if he was even shown making shots other than like here's the putt for birdie and then they show it and he makes it and then that's it. So you rarely got to see multiple golfers hit multiple like different golf shots. So I thought that's like plus if we wanted a history lesson on the Masters, we would just look it up.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we don't who cares about the 1984 Masters while there's guys currently playing that are trying to make it into like the top 5. I don't know. I just wasn't very fond of it.
Yeah, I would say there was a good portion of Sunday that was dedicated to Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, and it's like we're on hole 11 and it's a 3-stroke. Like Rory's up 2 or 3 and we're showing a 15-minute segment about Jack Nicklaus winning the 72 Masters. It's like who cares? We're not here for that. I can look that up on the internet. I'm here to watch golf. So show me golf.
Big Mo, did you dive into the Masters at all?
Just a tad. We had a end of the year banquet in the end of the Masters time there, so I didn't watch any of it Sunday really. I mean, we had a couple people watching it on their phone, so they're giving us updates, but I watched a little bit that morning. Usually I'd watch a lot more, but for some reason I did
Well,
not get into it.
you only missed watching like 4 guys shoot golf
I
shots.
know I mean that's all I heard about was again they didn't show DeChambeau when he made the run. Like
Nope.
nobody got to see how he played, which was great. Um, and I'm not a big Rory fan. So now this might change my mind a little bit because I do agree with Trent. His ability to kind of like not falter after missing those 2 shots. Because he could have went the other way like it did previously.
Yeah.
And he found a way to kind of avenge that thought in his head, which is what I think this might kind of catapult him into a little bit of a run because when you can overcome something like that, you've got something right in your head.
Yeah. Yep. And for him to hit the same shot again, like he has to go back and play the same hole and he pretty much hit the same exact shot twice in a row from 175 yards or whatever. And yeah, it was pretty impressive. I think Rose taking forever to get to the 18 tee box helped Rory more than anything. Like if Rose was ready, then the moment like Rory put in his scorecard and then back out to 18,
Yeah.
I think Rose wins. But Rose was like hitting on the range still when Rory's like waiting for him. So I think that time helps Rory.
That's a good point.
But that was good. It was a good Masters. I just wish I saw more people play golf. You know,
Yeah, you wish they just showed more coverage, even.
why isn't there a
Because I think I tried to find it Sunday morning. I just wanted to watch a little bit of not the leaders go out, watch a little bit else, and maybe they never do that. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
don't know
feel like
what
they.
the coverage stipulations are with the Masters, but it's there's some certain times where they aren't allowed to show it.
Show it.
Yeah,
Well, they don't. Isn't it true? Isn't it the Masters? They don't sell their broadcasting rights.
yeah, it's
I
free.
mean, everything they do is that they make at the tournament itself,
Yeah,
which was like something like they said like, and I wish I should find the stat, but it was like they make like millions per hour on merchandise
yeah,
at the Masters. That is nuts.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Speaking of Masters merchandise, I actually when I was taking when I flew into O'Hare, I had to take a subway from O'Hare to the train station to catch the Amtrak back here. I was sitting across from a guy who definitely had come from the Masters.
You could tell.
Yeah, you can tell he had a Masters 2025 hat on, and I forget what else, but you can totally tell he had just he must have been there for like Thursday, Friday of the Masters.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
And all the tickets are
they make
like
like a million per hour on the merchandise.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh,
70 million for the week or for the what 4 or 5 days, whatever it is.
that's insane.
wow.
That's insane.
I remember seeing a clip. They interviewed people coming out of the merchandise tent, saying yeah, I just spent 1,500. I just spent $3,500. I just spent 5 grand.
Oh,
You're like, what in the world could you buy for that much? Oh, goodness gracious!
So you
uh,
can't just like go online and buy Masters gear, or like, do they have a, or is like only like an in-person shop,
I would
like a
think
merch tent?
it would be hard for them to sell $1 million an hour in person, I would think.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You must be able to get it now. I don't know if you can. You must be able to order it during as well. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't know. That's a good question.
Well, they make all that money and they can only show four golfers in 4 days. Stupid.
So I saw this on a Barstool clip. They were going through these terms that announcers are not allowed to say during Masters coverage, and then I Googled it and I looked it up, and sure enough, saw an article. Um, Certain terminology the announcers are not allowed to use during Masters coverage. One of those being fans. The announcers are not allowed to use the term fans. They must
Thing.
fans,
What do they want to call them? The gallery?
patrons,
What?
patrons, not fans. Also,
Got it.
here's another one. Rough. They're not allowed to say rough. So if you hit a
Second
ball,
cut.
second
Second
cut.
cut.
Yes, second cut. So the ball doesn't go into the rough at the Masters, it goes into the second cut.
And essentially, that'd be the first cut, right?
Well, the first cut is the fairway.
Well, it's only cut once.
And
That,
Trent would know this because Trent has spent some time
yes.
manicuring a golf course.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, you go over the rough one time, and then if you have a first cut, then that would be like a second time,
Yeah, so the second cut would be
and then the fairway's your lowest cut. So
yeah.
essentially,
Are you
third cut,
I, I don't know.
not the rough, not the rough. Got it,
Not the
not the
rough.
rough.
not the roof?
Second cut. Here, this one's not that big of a deal, but sand trap, they call it. What do you think?
Bunker.
Bunker. They do not call. They do not call You can't say back nine.
Second nine, Kurt.
Second nine.
That's dumb too.
The driving range is not. They do not call it the driving range.
Ooh, is that the practice?
Practice facility.
Tournament practice area. They cannot call it the golf course. It's called the golf club.
Ooh.
A twosome is not called a twosome at the Masters. It's called
Pairs.
a pairing. And then
What do they call it? Threesome
they they call it groupings.
groupings. Sure.
Trios are groupings. Now, you can call the first round the first round. You can call the second round the second round. You can call the third round, but you cannot call the fourth round the fourth round.
The
It
final round.
can only be called the final round. Yes. So interesting. It's there's a lot of weird, quirky things about that tournament.
That is weird.
Um, I saw another funny clip online of this kid. They look like college kids that were sitting around watching the Masters on Thursday, and one of them calls the Masters as a prank call and tries to make a tea time.
Say, hey, let me get on.
He's like, what? Is something going on today?
Yeah, not only the biggest tournament ever.
All right. Anything else Masters wise, guys?
No, good win for Rory. He made me some money, so good for him.
Oh, yeah, there you go. What's the next major? PGA or US Open?
I don't know.
Probably US. Well, they think they changed it up because it used to go.
PGA Championship,
Okay.
Yeah.
North
Well,
Carolina,
When is
Well,
May 15 to May 18.
that is a month away.
Month away, they'll be in North Carolina.
Nice. All right. Hey, let's get to the top three. We're gonna stay with the golf theme. Top three golf courses you've played. Um, I will not be a very fun participant in this as I have not played very many different golf courses. I play golf usually once a year. That's at Big Mo's West Leonard Hart Team golf outing. So I'm not going to be able to bring a lot of entertainment value to today's top three, but I know that you guys have played some pretty nice courses in your day. So I think that we'll bring some entertainment value. Trent, hey Trent, does that wheel, by the way, have sound that you can turn sound on where we can hear it go click 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 click?
That'd be great. Um, doesn't look like it. Oh no.
All right.
Advanced. Hang on. Take me to the advanced wheel.
oh,
Ooh.
Oh, I could have been changing your guys' percentages this entire time.
Well, that doesn't sound very fair.
Shoot, should have put him down to 6%.
Okay.
No sound.
All right. No biggie. All right. Well, why don't you spin it?
Hang on, I gotta get out of advanced. Okay, here we go. First choice. Oh, that's close. Myself. I didn't change the odds, I promise.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
And then Curdy.
I'll go second.
I guess I'll go
No
trio.
going third.
Third.
All right, my first.
Okay.
Number one pick. Give me Thousand Oaks Golf Club in Grand Rapids. Or like Ada, I guess.
Sure.
So we'll go there. Nice. I believe it's very private. But I knew a guy. One of my buddy's dads was a member out there. So I played there a couple times. Very nice. Good course.
All right. I'm gonna go from in Saugatuck, Michigan, and that's the Ravines. I think that is Big Mo who designed that course. Is that
That's an Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer course in Saugatuck, Michigan, called the Ravines.
Yeah, it's very nice. Good choice.
All right. I'm going to go number three then, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Arcadia Bluffs.
Oh, you played there?
I have.
How was
Actually,
it?
probably shot my best round there.
Really?
Yeah,
Good for you.
I know. It was pretty fun.
That makes it a lot more fun.
It's
Yeah.
a lot more fun when you play well, fellas.
How hard of a course is it compared to other courses you played?
I mean, that day it didn't seem hard at all.
Or it was easy.
It, yeah, it's supposed to be hard. It can be windy. Um, but when I hit like every green in regulation and
Jeez.
putted well. Yeah, I mean, I was I think I might have been just over par. Um, but yeah, it was unbelievable.
And
Is
that's
that
right
your best
along.
round? Is
What's that?
that your best round ever?
Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. No, it was. And I didn't pay for it, so that was even better.
Even better. You took advantage of that
I
golf
did take
course.
advantage of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it right along Lake Michigan?
Yeah.
So nice views.
Couple holes are, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, round two, Big Mo,
Oh,
your first
round
pick.
two coming back. I'm gonna go with oops, I lost it here. I want to make sure I got the name right, but we'll go. You guys aren't going to choose this one anyway. I'm going to go the Irish at Whistling Straits.
Oh,
So it's connected to Whistling Straits, which they played the Ryder Cup a few years ago. Um, we spent a weekend there. We played two other courses plus the Irish, which
Wow.
is connected or right next to Whistling Straits, so right on the water as well. Super nice course, and the Ryder Cup was being played there the weekend, or maybe two weekends prior to when I played it. So it was
Wow.
the whole area was just in pristine condition and stands and all that stuff around. So it was pretty cool.
that is cool.
And that is Wisconsin.
As Wisconsin, yes.
Okay. All right. Nice. All right. Well, I've only played in one course in that tier, and that was the Ravine. So, locally here, probably the best local course outside of the Ravines and probably Westquan. I'm sure I've never played Westquan, obviously. But public course, inexpensive. I got to go Diamond Springs.
Oh, it's a nice one. It's nice. It is always in great condition up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Way out there though.
It is way out there.
No phone service,
No, no,
mosquitoes. It is nice though.
yes.
You got to follow the signs to find it. Get out there.
Yeah, it's like way out there.
Don't miss that turn.
Wasn't it like a dead end? Like
It used
before
to be.
you.
I think it goes through now. It's the
Oh,
dirt
does
road
it?
that goes through now.
Okay,
You can find it.
that's awesome.
Just don't get lost.
True. True with that. Hmm.
All right, Trent, you got two in a row. Your last.
Oh. Second choice. Give me Saskatoon Golf Club. It's in like Grand Rapids area. I think it's what they call Alto, Michigan.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's like Grand Rapids, Cascade,
Yeah.
out that way. Public course. They have 5 different nines, so you can kind of pick between a few different ones. But yeah, pretty good bang for your buck. Nice course. Just got a new 9 a couple years ago. That's pretty good as well. So yeah, give me Saskatoon.
Oh, you know one that oh yeah, one I forgot that's pretty nice. Public course also in Saugatuck. That I played several times. Clearbrook.
Clearbrook is a good one.
Yeah.
Did Kirk Cousins officially buy that?
I don't know if I don't know if I ever heard if that
I know
went.
that was like a big talk for a little while. But
Yeah, it was. I don't know.
not sure
I don't know if that ever went through or not.
Okay. And oh, this is a tough one. My final round. Not third round, final round.
Oh shoot, I cut you off, didn't I?
No, you're good.
Sure did, Kurt.
Give
Steal.
me
My bad.
Pilgrims Run Golf Club.
Okay.
That's in Grand Rapids area as well. Very nice. A little more expensive. Similar to Ravines, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, good course. Like to play there.
All right. Well, I already said mine. Clearbrook. Sorry, Trent.
Oh,
You're good.
I mean, I know you played nicer courses in Clearbrook anyway, so I'm sure that you weren't going to take that one.
I was not.
All right, Big Mo, back to you to wrap it up.
back to me. I'm gonna stick with that's my Wisconsin trip and go Black Wolf Run.
Oh, okay.
So, and all, I mean, I know I think the Irish and Black Wolf, you could actually hire caddies to help you navigate the course. We did not because that was pretty pricey.
Yeah.
Um,
Plus, then you
Polar, Wisconsin.
what's that? Kohler, yeah, the Kohler. I think they have 3 or 4 courses.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
nice.
so good
That
fun
looks
golf
really
weekend
nice.
trip.
Um, well, hey, I got to shout out one course, and it's no longer there. Big Mo, I know you used to play this way back in the day too. They had a nice deal where you could pay like $10. It was a 9-hole course. You could pay like $10 and you could just play all the holes you want all day long if you wanted. Big Mo, do you know what course I'm talking about?
You are talking about I should know this. Is it Glen?
Yes, Glen
The
Shores.
Glen Shores Golf Course.
Yellow greens.
There was only one cut.
Yes, there was
One
a
cut.
one cut.
There was
Everything was
no
the first cut.
Everything was the first cut.
That's sweet.
The holes were pretty short. Where I think the couple of guys that I used to play with, we actually might have hit somebody, hit one of the workers out there who was mowing the greens. Uh,
Whoops.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, we used to go there in the summers in high school and just pack a cooler with a bunch of sandwiches and pops in it, and then drive down the Glen, the old 20, 30-minute drive, and get there in the morning and just play all day long.
Don't you ever play Brigadoon up in the
No.
Muskegon area?
Mm-mm.
It's not around anymore, but it was called Brigadoon,
Did you have to bring a
nicknamed
dune?
Bring
Bring
a
a dozen.
dude.
Brigadoon. That's up to Kurt.
No, I said bring a dune.
Oh,
You, you got you can only play if you bring a dude.
hey.
No, I said you had to bring a dune.
No, so the nickname was Bring a Dozen because it was a very wooded course and you would go through a dozen golf balls.
Just hitting him in the woods.
Yes. Yeah. So
I go through a dozen per nine anyway. Either way.
Oh man, I hate losing golf balls more than anything. Hate it. I hate looking for golf balls.
really,
Yeah.
I
If I
kind
hit
of
it in the
enjoy
woods, it's like,
when I'm not playing well, I enjoy looking for golf balls. And then if you're
See,
playing well, you're like, you never lose them. So it's good.
yeah. Yeah. Another good one that I liked a lot that is now the American Dunes was Grand Haven Golf Club. In
Yes.
high school, we could play there you could do 18 in a cart for $25,
Really?
Yeah.
something like
Wasn't
that.
too
Yeah.
bad.
Holy cow.
That was a good spot. I went there a ton.
Yeah.
That was one of my,
Didn't get a ton of play.
no, it was
That was
so
pretty
cheap.
open.
Yeah, because we could finish a round, and then if we felt like playing another 9, we could pretty much just go pay for another 9 and go play. It was never very busy at all, which I enjoy about golf as well when the course is not jam packed.
Did you guys ever play the Highland Country Club before it shut down?
Did not.
That's a good question.
Where was
I
that?
played a few times.
I feel like I might have played there a few times. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Heights?
Huh?
In the Heights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a neighborhood of condos now.
Gotcha.
And actually though, there's walking trails those that through where the course used to be too.
Huh. Nope, never played there.
No.
There are a lot of great courses in Michigan, though. Meadows up in Grand Valley.
That's a nice one.
Um,
I think Michigan ranks up there in nicest golf courses in the country.
yeah, yeah. I gotta keep talking to. There's a golf course Ross Common. It's sticking to me. I can't think of the name of the course, but you could play it either way. You could play like one direction.
Oh, what is that place called?
Um, it's like, is it not Forest Dunes or Forest?
That sounds about right.
Something like that.
You can play it forward someday, and then the next day you can play it backwards.
Yeah, like you play same course, but it's different.
Yeah.
I don't get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it is forest. It is forest dunes.
Yeah. You just have the ability to like tee off in one direction and it like, but then you tee off in another direction, it plays the course totally different.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good design.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Also, it's not great. I mean, it's not amazing, but there's a couple of actually really nice holes down in Benton Harbor Shores.
Oh yeah, that's is that Jack Nicklaus?
That's a Jack Nicholson course there.
Yeah.
I think I went there because I went to a Champions Tour round, and they played there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
wow.
could be. I think they posted some senior, I think some senior stuff, and
Yeah,
it's yeah, I wouldn't call it like phenomenal. They do have some really nice holes along the lake though as well, and a couple challenging holes.
All right. Well, good. You guys have played some nice courses. You guys got any big golf plans this summer yet?
no, I'd like to go to. I like going to Shanty Creek up in Bel Air. I like doing that. That's usually a good time. It's more of just like a drink fest, but with a side of golf. But it
Yeah.
is fun. The courses are decent too, so I think you could play the one for like 35, which is pretty nice, especially nowadays. I feel like
Yeah.
it's hard to get around under 70 anywhere.
Yeah. Go up north is not quite as bad. Get a
No, I
couple
like
golden
going up
courses.
north.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like going up north and playing.
You find a couple of those, I mean, not popular courses. You know, you get up to TC, you got to start paying money again, but
Yeah.
a couple of those in between aren't bad.
I can't remember the one we played. I think I was on my way back from Shaney. We probably were like 45 minutes out of Bel Air. And there was a course that we stopped and played at, and their clubhouse was out of it was out of like a, you know, there's like construction headquarters trailers looking things.
Yeah, like big ship containers.
Yeah, they were running their clubhouse out of that, and the course ended up being like really nice. And
Really?
it was $28 for a cart and 18. But yeah, there's some gems up there.
For sure. All right. Anything else, guys? Anything else on your minds?
No.
Alrighty then. We will see you again on the next one.
Peace.